What if we told you that your ability to do a few simple things, like standing up without using your hands or walking across the room without getting winded, is quietly telling a story? Not just about your physical health, but about your strength, your independence, and even your chance of living a longer, more meaningful life. You see, many people think aging means decline, that it's all downhill from here. But the truth is, that's not the full picture, because some people like you, are still moving with ease, thinking clearly, and waking up each day ready to live, even if it doesn't always feel that way. In this video, we're going to walk with you, step by step, through 8 powerful signs of healthy aging. Simple things, ordinary things, that actually mean far more than you think. And if you're someone who's ever wondered, am I still doing okay? Is what I'm feeling normal? Or is it too late to get stronger again? Then stay with us, because by the end of this video, you may just realize you're not behind, you're ahead, you're not losing value, you're becoming even more essential. Let's begin this journey together, quietly, gently, with deep respect for all that your body and your heart has carried. Can you still rise from a chair without using your hands? Let me ask you something simple. The last time you sat down on a chair, how did you get back up? Did you need to push with your hands? Or did you stand up smoothly, just using the strength of your legs? If you can still rise from a chair without using your hands, you're doing something remarkable, because that simple motion is one of the most powerful signs that your body is aging well. It may look small, ordinary, but it reflects something much deeper: strong leg muscles, a stable core, good balance, and the independence that so many people lose without realizing it. Harold, 77, used to be very active, but one day he noticed something strange. He had to push off the armrests of his recliner just to get up. At first, he thought it was normal, just part of getting older. But when his doctor explained that this motion predicts fall risk, Harold knew it was time to take his strength seriously. He started doing gentle exercises at home, seated leg lifts, mini squats, holding the kitchen counter for balance. In just a few months, he could stand with ease again. More importantly, he felt confident in his body once more. Why does this matter so much? Because falling is one of the leading causes of injury in older adults. And do you know what leads to most falls? Weak legs, poor balance, slow reflexes. And it often begins with small things, like needing your hands to stand. But here's the good news. Strength can be rebuilt at any age. Your muscles are listening, and they respond to even the smallest efforts. So the next time you stand up from your chair, pause for a moment. Notice how you do it. Was it smooth? Was it steady? If yes, take it as a sign of your inner strength. If not, don't be discouraged. Start where you are, with what you have. A few minutes a day, every day. That's how your future changes. Your ability to stand tall is more than physical. It's about freedom, confidence, and staying connected to life on your own terms. So tell me, friend, how do you get up from your chair? If this part of the video resonates with you, comment 1 below, and let us know what's one small habit you're ready to commit to today. You can still walk at a brisk pace without feeling out of breath. Let me ask you something personal. When you walk, do you walk like you're headed somewhere important? Or do you find yourself slowing down more than you used to? You see, walking is something we take for granted, but the way you walk tells a story about your heart, your lungs, your energy, and your spirit. If you're between 65 and 80 and can still walk at a brisk pace without stopping, without losing your breath, that's not just good, that's exceptional. Because walking fast, especially after 65, means your heart is strong, your lungs are working well, and your body is still full of life. Let me tell you about William. He's 74. Every morning he walks the same quiet street. For years, he never thought much about it, but one day halfway through his walk, he had to stop, just to catch his breath. At first, he laughed it off. Then, he noticed it was happening more often, not just on walks, but climbing stairs, carrying groceries. Breathing felt harder, the pace got slower, and something inside him said, "This isn't just aging, this is me letting go of my strength." And he decided, not today. William started simple, 10 minutes of focused walking, then 15, then 20. He stood tall, took deeper breaths, moved with purpose, and within a few weeks, he was walking faster, breathing easier, and feeling like himself again. not younger, just stronger, more alive. Why does this matter? Because studies show people who walk faster live longer, not because they're athletic, but because their circulation, muscles, and energy systems are still connected, still flowing, still supporting life. Try this simple test. Walk 10 feet at a normal pace, then speed up like you're trying to catch a bus or an elevator door. Can you do it without gasping, without holding your side? If yes, amazing. If not, start now. Start slow, but start, even just 5 minutes a day, walking with attention, feeling the ground beneath your feet, letting your arms swing naturally, breathing in the fresh air. You don't need to race, you don't need to impress anyone. Just listen to your body, walk at your pace. Let each step remind you that you're still here, still moving, still alive. Some days walking is exercise, other days it's meditation, a way to return to yourself, to slow down your thoughts and speed up your sense of gratitude. So the next time you step outside, don't just count your steps, feel them. Let nature hold you, let your breath guide you, let your heart soften, because you're not just walking fast, you're walking mindfully, and that might be the most healing walk of all. If this part touched something inside you, comment 2 below and tell us, what do you notice when you walk with awareness? Can you still balance on 1 foot for 10 seconds? Let's take a look at what science tells us. In a 2022 study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine, researchers followed over 1,700 adults between the ages of 51 and 75. They asked each person to stand on 1 foot for 10 seconds without support. What they found was eye-opening. Those who couldn't balance for 10 seconds had nearly double the risk of dying within the next 7 years, compared to those who could. Not because balance itself is life or death, but because it reflects the entire health system working together. Muscle coordination, brain-body communication, reflexes, core strength, and overall vitality. So if you can still hold your balance today, even just for 10 seconds, you're not just avoiding falls. You're showing signs of a body and brain that still support life. And if you can't do it yet, this isn't a moment of failure. It's a starting point. Balance can be rebuilt, and what a gift that is at any age. Here's something simple we'd love to invite you to do. Share with us in the comments. How old are you today? Were you able to balance for 10 seconds? Did the results surprise you? If yes, celebrate it. If not, no shame. You're here, you're aware, and that's already a powerful beginning. Comment the number 3 if you're ready to join us in rebuilding balance, 1 day at a time. Because here's the truth. If you had known this earlier, you might have already added more years, more freedom, and more joy to your life. But the good news is, it's never too late. Not when you choose to care for your body with small, kind habits each day. Let's keep learning together. Let's keep showing up for your health, your independence, and the life that's still waiting for you to fully live it. Are you ready for the next insight? Then take a deep breath, and let's move into the next chapter of this journey together. Can you still get down on the floor and back up without help? Let me ask you something that might feel uncomfortable. When was the last time you sat down on the floor? And more importantly, could you get back up without help? If your answer is yes, that's a remarkable sign of strength, mobility, and total body coordination. But if your answer is no, you are not alone, and you are not broken. This is simply an invitation to begin again. You see, one of the first things many older adults stop doing is getting down on the floor. Not because they don't want to, but because they're afraid they won't be able to get back up. And that fear? It's not silly, it's real. But here's the truth. The less you use certain movements, the faster your body forgets how to do them. So what starts as a hesitation can slowly become limitation. Until one day, even tying your shoes or playing with a grandchild becomes a challenge. But there's good news. Mobility can be rebuilt at any age, even yours. And if you're someone who can still lower yourself to the floor and stand up again using your own body, that's not normal, that's exceptional. It means your legs, your core, your arms, your balance are still working together like a symphony. And more importantly, it means you're still free in your movement. Science supports this too. A study from Brazil followed thousands of adults over many years. They found that people who could sit down and stand up from the floor without using their hands had significantly lower mortality rates than those who couldn't. because this movement is more than strength. It's a marker of overall physical resilience. So here's something to try. If you feel safe doing so, stand near a chair or wall for support. Slowly lower yourself to the ground. Then try to rise without using your hands. Even if it's hard now, just trying is a powerful act of self-care. And remember, squats, knee rolls, gentle yoga, floor exercises, all of these can help you rebuild this movement step by step, because one day you may need to reach something under the bed, or pick up a dropped item, or simply sit on the floor and laugh with your great-grandchild. And I want you to have the freedom to say yes to all of that. So now it's your turn. Are you able to get down and up from the floor without help? How old are you now? Has this movement become easier or harder for you? If you're joining us in rebuilding your mobility, comment the number 4 below. Let's remind each other, it's never too late to return to your body, to rebuild strength, and to rise on your own terms. Can you still carry a grocery bag without struggling? Let's talk about something simple, something that says more about your health than you might expect. Carrying a grocery bag. Not a suitcase, not a heavy backpack, just one normal, everyday bag of groceries. If you can still carry it from your car to your kitchen without having to stop and shift the weight, you're showing signs of strength, endurance, and independence that many people overlook. Strength isn't just about lifting weights at the gym, it's about what you can do in real life. Can you open a stubborn jar without help, hold a kettle steady with one hand, carry groceries up a few steps? If you said yes to any of those, that's not just still doing okay, that's real functional strength, and it matters. Let's look at the research. A major study published in The Lancet found that grip strength, yes, just your grip, is one of the most reliable predictors of long-term survival in older adults. People with stronger hands and arms tend to live longer, stay more independent, and recover faster from illness or surgery. Why? Because strength is more than muscle. It's a reserve of energy. It's your body's way of saying, I'm still here, I can still handle life. But what if you're struggling? What if that grocery bag feels heavier lately, or you find yourself asking for help more often? That's not failure, that's feedback. It's your body whispering, I need a little attention, a little rebuilding, a little care. And you can give it that, right at home. No fancy equipment, just try. Squeezing a rubber ball to build grip, lifting 2 cans of food like hand weights, doing push-ups against the wall or kitchen counter. Only 5 minutes a day. That's all it takes to wake up your strength again. Because when you're strong, you don't just lift groceries. You lift your confidence, your freedom, your ability to show up for the life you still want to live. And lately, have you noticed that lifting, gripping, or carrying things feels a little harder? If holding a full grocery bag makes you pause, if you need to switch hands or ask a loved one for help, please don't feel ashamed. That's not a sign of weakness. It's a gentle signal that it might be time to give your body a little more care and attention. Because every change in your body has 2 sides. One side may feel like a challenge, but the other is an invitation, an opportunity to love yourself better, more wisely, more gently. If you're ready to join us in rebuilding your strength, one day at a time, comment the number 5 below. Wherever you are on this journey, we're right here with you, steady, supportive, and on your side. Can you still remember recent events and conversations clearly? Let's take a moment to talk about something deeply personal, your mind. Not your intelligence, not how many books you've read, but something more practical, more day-to-day. Can you still remember what someone told you yesterday? Do you recall what you had for dinner 2 nights ago? Can you follow a conversation without feeling lost halfway through? If your answer is yes, then you're doing far better than many people your age. Because clear memory, especially after 65, is not something to take for granted. It's a powerful sign that your brain is still healthy, connected, and deeply alive. You see, forgetfulness is a natural part of aging. We all misplace keys. We all walk into a room and forget why. That's normal. But when you can still engage in meaningful conversations, remember details from recent events, stay focused and organized in daily life, that's not just doing okay. That's a sign of true cognitive strength. And yes, science backs this up. In multiple long-term studies, researchers have found that maintaining mental clarity is not only linked to quality of life, but also to longevity, independence, and emotional well-being. Why? Because your mind is more than memory. It's your sense of self, your ability to choose, to connect, to find meaning. And the good news is, mental sharpness isn't something you either have or lose. It's something you can nurture every single day. Think of your brain like a garden. It grows when you read, learn new things, stay socially engaged, move your body, practice presence and reflection. We once met someone named Paul, 79 years old. While many of his friends were starting to forget names or appointments, Paul was still teaching himself to play the piano. He said, "I'm not doing this to become great. I'm doing it so my mind doesn't shrink. If I can learn one new thing a week, I know I'm still growing." And he's right. The brain has a beautiful ability called neuroplasticity, the power to rewire and strengthen itself, even as we age. So whether you're learning a new skill, sharing stories with family, solving a puzzle, or simply sitting in silence with awareness, you're keeping your mind alive, and that matters. Now we'd love to check in with you. Can you remember your last conversation clearly? Are you still curious, still learning, still mentally active in ways that feel meaningful to you? If yes, celebrate that. If not, this could be your gentle reminder to start again. Read something new, call someone and truly listen. Take a walk and try to name 5 plants you see. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to stay connected to the world and to yourself. If you're with us on this path of keeping your mind clear and your spirit engaged, comment the number 7 below. Because we believe this. As long as you remember who you are, you still carry the power to shape the rest of your life. One thought, one memory, one meaningful moment at a time. So if you're still able to recall your conversations, if your memory is holding steady, that's something to be proud of. And if you're noticing small slips, this isn't the end. It's simply a sign that it's time to care for your mind as tenderly as you do your body. Because the next part of your wellness story has to do with something that affects everything: your sleep. Are you waking up tired, even after a full night in bed? Or do you feel refreshed and ready to take on the day? In Part 8, we'll explore the surprising truth about sleep after 65, why it changes, what it means, and how you can reclaim rest that truly restores you. Take a breath. We're almost there. Let's keep walking forward together. Can you still climb a flight of stairs without stopping? Let's talk about something simple but deeply revealing: stairs. For some people, they're just part of the house, but for others, they've slowly become a quiet challenge, something to avoid, something that brings just a little more hesitation with each passing year. But here's something many people don't know. Your ability to climb a flight of stairs without stopping is one of the clearest signs of how well your heart, lungs, and muscles are working together. Climbing stairs isn't just about strong legs, it's a full-body effort. Your heart has to pump blood upward against gravity, your lungs must supply oxygen quickly and efficiently, your balance, posture, and reflexes all need to stay sharp. And if you can do that without needing to pause, it's a very encouraging sign. But maybe that's not the case right now. Maybe lately you've noticed yourself choosing the elevator more often, slowing down without realizing, feeling winded after just a few steps. If that sounds familiar, please don't judge yourself. It's not failure, it's simply feedback. Your body is speaking to you. And the good news is, you can speak back through gentle daily action. We knew someone named George, 73 years old. He used to go up and down stairs like it was nothing. But one day, after climbing just one flight at a friend's house, he was out of breath, embarrassed even. That moment stayed with him. But instead of hiding from it, he decided to build back what he'd lost. He started walking a little more each day. He practiced breathing more deeply. He began choosing the stairs again, even if just a few steps at a time. Within weeks, he felt a change, not just physically, but emotionally. He said, "It's not about how fast I go anymore. It's about the fact that I'm still going." Science supports this. Doctors often use a simple stair climbing test to assess cardiovascular health. If you can climb 10 stairs without stopping, it's a strong sign that your heart and lungs are still working efficiently, an important predictor of long-term health and vitality. So how do you begin? You don't need to do long workouts. Just start with small, steady steps. Take brisk walks around your home or neighborhood. Do gentle squats or leg raises. Choose stairs over elevators when it feels safe to do so. And when you're ready to test yourself, make sure it's in a safe environment. Climb stairs in a place that's well lit, with handrails, and ideally with a loved one nearby to support you. If you don't have stairs where you live, or if this test doesn't feel right for you right now, you can skip it. Listening to your body matters more than checking off a list. Now we'd love to hear from you. How old are you today? How do stairs feel for you right now? Do you pause to catch your breath, or do you move through them with ease? If you're ready to start rebuilding your stamina, one step at a time, comment the number 6 below. We'll be here with you, encouraging you, walking beside you, and celebrating every step forward. Because the most important thing we want you to remember is this: you don't have to climb fast. You just have to keep climbing. And your next step forward starts whenever you're ready. Do you still wake up feeling rested and ready for the day? Let's talk about something we all need, but many of us struggle with as we get older. Sleep. Maybe for you, sleep used to come easily. You'd lie down, close your eyes, and wake up feeling refreshed. But now, maybe you find yourself waking up several times during the night, feeling tired even after a full night of sleep, or needing naps just to make it through the afternoon. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone, and you're not broken. Sleep naturally changes as we age. Our bodies produce less melatonin. We may spend less time in deep sleep, and aches, stress, or medication can all interrupt our rest. But here's the hopeful truth. Restorative sleep is still possible, and it's one of the most powerful things you can do for your health. Because good sleep doesn't just make you feel better. It improves your immune system, your memory and mood, your ability to heal and recover, even your balance and energy throughout the day. In fact, research shows that poor sleep in older adults is linked to higher risks of heart disease, cognitive decline, and depression. But when you sleep well, your body repairs itself, your brain resets, and your spirit softens. We remember Roger, 74 years old. He used to sleep like a log, but over the years he started waking up at 3 or 4 a.m., wide awake. At first he just accepted it. Maybe this is just aging, he thought. But then he started paying attention. He stopped using screens before bed. He dimmed the lights after dinner. He created a simple evening routine, a warm foot soak, soft music, and quiet breathing. And slowly, sleep returned. Not like before, but deeper, more peaceful, more complete. If you're someone who still wakes up feeling rested and ready for the day, that's a wonderful sign that your body is still cycling through healing sleep. If not, let this be your gentle reminder that even your sleep deserves care. Here are a few small shifts that may help. Stick to a regular bedtime and wake-up time, even on weekends. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. Reduce screen time at least an hour before bed. And most importantly, go to bed before 10 p.m. Because waking up early and energized in the morning doesn't start in the morning. It starts the night before. When you sleep before 10 p.m., you give your body the natural window to release melatonin, reset hormones, and begin deep cellular repair. Now we'd love to check in with you. How old are you today? Are you waking up with energy or feeling drained? Do you sleep through the night or wake often? If you're ready to improve your sleep, even just a little at a time, comment the number 8 below. Because sleep is not just about rest, it's about repair. It's your body's way of thanking you for everything you carried today. You deserve that kind of sleep, the kind that reminds you you're safe, you're whole, you're home. Let's move gently now into the final part of our journey. You've stayed with us until the very end of this video. And if you're still here, we believe it's not because you fear aging, but because you still want to live fully, truly, meaningfully. You didn't watch this just out of curiosity. You're here because you felt tired in the morning, paused halfway up the stairs, or laid awake at night wondering, why doesn't sleep come as easily as it used to? You're here because you still care, because you still believe that life has more to offer, and more for you to offer too. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Thank you for not giving up on yourself. Thank you for showing up quietly, gently, consistently. Even when no one is watching, even when it feels hard, even when you're not sure where to begin. Because that's what strength really is. Getting older is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of a deeper chapter. The chapter where you no longer chase anyone's expectations, but finally turn inward and listen to your body, to your breath, to your truth, to what actually matters now. If these 8 signs reminded you, I still have some strength left, or even just, it's time to care for myself again, then this video has already served its purpose, because when one person changes, the world around them begins to shift too. We don't need you to comment anything if you're not ready, but we do hope that tomorrow morning when you swing your feet out of bed, you feel not only stronger, but lighter in your heart. And if there's one thing we want you to remember, it's this. You're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. If and when you're ready to keep going, we'll be here. Not to tell you what to do, but to remind you gently, you're not alone. We'll walk beside you. Until next time, please care for yourself the way you would care for someone you deeply love, because that someone is you.